into timing for you, and any advice you have on that?
So I noticed that the more distractions that I have, the more nervous that I get. I've taken the practice before as well. So I'm kind of a little familiar with the testing environment. I know that they give you the sound for headphones. So if I take a practice exam, I'll put these on, which kind of feel the same, just kind of simulate the environment more, which also helps block out sound. But I noticed that if there's a distraction, I will get more nervous about the question. And like, especially if it's a passage or like a section that I'm weak on. So like the verbal question on the GRE or reading comp on the LSAT. And then when I get nervous, I'll do really poorly on that section. And then that makes me more nervous. So when something like that happens, if I'm practicing or doing a practice exam, I'll actually stop for a minute and take a second, 30 seconds, 25 seconds, whatever it is, and like not even look at the exam, put my pencil down, and just close my eyes and breathe for a little bit, because that's the only thing that's going to actually calm me down. And it's worth taking like the 25, 30 seconds, calm down, rather than blowing through questions and getting like 5 questions wrong. Because like that's how much my anxiety will get ramped up from the distraction. Or even if I'm getting in my head about a question because I get stumped on not knowing what the word is that goes in the blank. So if you are a person that struggles with anxiety or distractions and things like that get to you, I would recommend coming up with some sort of a system during test day, whether it's taking a deep breath or there's different like kind of like tapping techniques that you can do, coming up with something that's not going to kill your time, but that's going to calm you down, so that you don't let that be the reason you do poorly, because it's not worth it.
I love that advice. I also agree. It's important to develop the ability to slow down, pause, take a deep breath, even with all the stress and adrenaline of test day. And that's hard. And the way you do that is by training it early during your time practice tests, during your time sections. Do the exact same thing. And you can train this. It's, as you can call it meditation or focus training, whatever you want, but being able to kind of zoom out, take the big picture, recognize that you may be having difficulty with this one question, but that one question is not necessarily representative of how you'll do on the exam as a whole. And you could always come back to it later. There are some great meditation apps out there. There's Headspace, there's Calm, there's the Focus app, there's a million guided meditations on YouTube as well. Just try out a bunch, find what works for you, and use it consistently. Even just 5 minutes a day over the course of a few months could make a big difference. And if you have a longer timeline, or if you're not even starting the actual test prep process yet, this is one of those things where if you do it over the course of 6 months or a year or longer, you'll be amazed at the rapid transformation and the benefits you can get